Hello, class. Good evening. How's everybody? Pa-react naman ako if ops lang kayo, safe naman, walang baha sa inyo, or hindi kayo affected ng bagyo. Okay, ops daw si Sir Kenneth. How about yung iba? Okay, okay din si Sir Joseph. Safe naman daw. Sige, ayan, 5 pa lang tayo kasi hindi pa naman time and medyo late na din ako nakapag-announce. Pero anyway, can you guys, naalala niyo ba kung saan tayo nag-stop? Tapos na ba tayo dito sa abstraction? Medyo nalimutan ko, hindi ako sure kung tapos na yung abstraction. Or dun, hello Sir Lloyd, nagsasalita kayo sir?
Yung parang last part na po yung i-discuss nyo dapat. Tapos biglang brown out.
Ay, okay. So, dito pa lang ba sir?
Um,
Tapos na extra?
ayan, yan ata yan.
So wala pa sa extra? Reducers?
Basta yung see you at 8:45. Ayan na, basta yung top. Yan, sa tank daw, sa tank, sa tank. Sa tank, tatatang, tatang, tatang.
Okay, sa tank. Sige, sige. Wow, ang layo pala ng backlog natin. Sige. Wait
Ilang
lang.
hope everyone is safe, by the way. Hope, okay naman kayo, guys.
Oo nga guys, stay safe. Hopefully, walang nasa low-lying na areas dito. Wait
Pero
lang.
alam ko may paparating na dalawa.
May kasunod ulit?
Opo, ang alam ko ang hearsay, pero I haven't seen it yet pa or heard sa news.
Ako,
Pero basta may dalawa. Possible.
hearsay lang din. Yung narinig ko. Pero hindi ko pa na-validate kung totoo.
Chismis pa lang siya, guys. Chismis pa
Wala.
lang.
Oh, wait, the selectors is not exported from package. Why? Why is this? Bakit kaya to nagkaka-error? Selectors. Okay. Selectors. Package, okay. App.jsx daw. So, wala siyang selector. Sige, fix ko muna tong error. Selector. Um, filter slice is not exported from. Bakit kaya ganun? Wala namang nabago dito. Export cons filter slice. It's not. Hmm. Operations. Sige, wait lang. Baka meron tayong hindi na natapos. Sige, balik na lang tayo doon sa contact slice. Kasi I think ito yung tinatapos natin during our previous discussion. So we have contact slice, tapos operations. Ayan, contact slice, operations, tapos selectors. Store, wala namang nabago. Okay. Ayan, so I think yung dalawang file lang. Sige, so recap lang class. By the way, let me move this over to the first screen kasi hindi naman siya need makikita. Sige, wait lang. This one. Ayan, sige. So, sige class, recap tayo. Yung na-discuss natin during our previous discussion, we have the middleware. So, nag-start tayo sa middleware. Na-discuss natin na ito yung ginagamit natin in order for us to allow yung successful na implementation ng asynchronous functions. Alright? So, the package that we use is the Redux Thunk. So, initially, we tried creating, all right, creating a function or creating an action generator that returns an asynchronous function without the async func. So I believe it looks like this one. So this is the original version of it. Okay, so we have created export const fetch contacts, and then it has async dispatch. By the way, Sir Kenneth has a question regarding this. Laruin ko siya, sir, muna, yung sandbox na sinend nyo. And balikan ko kayo, sir. Tapos, alright, so this is the asynchronous action generator, and then we have declared the reducers in the contact slice, ayan, in the reducers property, alright? So, we have figured out that this one is not an efficient option because we are receiving the following error. So we are receiving the error that says the value of the action that we are returning is non-serializable. Okay? So the reason why it's not serializable is because instead of the action generator returning an action object, okay, it returns an asynchronous function. So, hindi siya serializable, or in other terms, we cannot apply JSON that stringify to it. Okay? So, that's the meaning of the word serializable. So, that's why we used or we installed the Redux Tongue, and then we applied the create async func to replace the action generator that we have created, which returns an async function. Okay? So after translating it, guys, after installing Redux Tongue, okay, I believe we have this translation na. So from this version, it became like this. So we are now using create async func. So this function is coming from the Redux Tongue na package. So the syntax, it has two. Okay. I mean, the parameters we have two. The first parameter is the action type string. Okay. So in this case, since if you guys remember way back in our module 6, I guess, we discussed that this is the convention for declaring our actions. So first is the name of the slice, then followed by forward slash, and then followed by the action generator or the action itself. All right. So the second parameter is the async operation function. So this is the default syntax. We have an async function. The first parameter is the request body. Okay? So we can pass here either an object ID if it is a delete or a put request. I think it's just delete, because for a put request, we will use both the ID and the body of the request. And for the post request naman, we will only use the body of the request. And then the func API is this is fixed. So this is mandatory. And then the specific function from this func API object is the reject with value. So this is the function that we will be using in order to catch the errors. Okay? So instead of just logging the errors in the console, we will use Bank API that reject with value. So that's why, as you can see here, class, the content of our async operation function is the try-catch block. Okay, so ganyan siya initially. Ito yung original na form nung ating second parameter. So it's an async function, and then we are putting or declaring the try catch block inside of it. Then we are sending an Axios or an HTTP request. We're just using Axios here for preference. But if you don't like using Axios, guys, pwede rin na fetch lang. Okay? But this is just preference. And then we are returning the response data. So we are returning this because this is the data that we will be using to update the contact state, all right, in our contact slice, guys. So after that, we declared the same. So we followed lang the same structure, guys. Okay? We followed the same structure in order to create two more functions. In this case, add contact and then delete contact. So since they are all HTTP requests, meaning they are async, we declared this async func. Okay, that both sends Axios HTTP request. So if pansin nyo dito, get request siya kasi nagfe-fetch tayo ng contacts. On the other hand, for this one post, kasi nag-a-add tayo ng contact doon sa ating mock API. And lastly, this is a delete request kasi we are modifying the existing data in our mock API. Okay? So, after natin sila magawa, class, okay, the next step that we did is, di ba remember, initially, this is the synchronous action generators that we have declared. Okay, this is way back when we were still using local storage as our mode of data retrieval. Okay, but now since we will be using the mock API na, so we got rid of them. Okay, so meaning this will be commented out, and ito din. So we won't be needing this anymore. Okay, so the next challenge, class, is we have to find a way to call this asynchronous action generators inside our contact slice. Okay? However, sige nga, can anybody remember what is the reason why, or ano ba, what is the rule for this reducers property in the contact slice? Sige nga. Or question na lang, I'll try to rephrase it. Is it possible for us to directly call this async funcs in the reducers property? Anybody in the comments? No, okay. Bakit po no? Ayan, may question pala si Sir Joseph. Ma'am, need pa ba ng try catch pag error naman po, ganun pa rin laman ng response.data? Error. No sir. If nagka-error siya, yung response.data natin magiging undefined siya. Actually, yung response lang, this will be undefined. So, yung mangyayari kapag undefined itong response, makakatanggap tayo ng error na hindi lang ako sure sa verbatim, pero sasabihin niya na cannot parse data because response is undefined. So parang ganun siya. So yung rule kasi, kailangan i-make sure natin na present yung data bago natin i-access yung laman niya. So that's why, sir, na nagta-try catch tayo. Okay? So medyo ano siya, more on best practices, ganun, na mag-try catch tayo para maiwasan natin yung ganong error na cannot parse data from response because it is undefined. So ganon po. So ayan, anybody who can answer bakit bawal? Bakit bawal sa reducers? Okay, very good. Thank you, Sir Kenneth. So, bawal because the reducers can only accept synchronous action generators. That means action generators that returns action objects. Okay? So, remember nyo pa ba, class, yung layout ng action object? We have the payload and the, ano nga yun? Wait lang. The type and the payload. Okay? So, dapat ganun yung nare-return niya. So, sa case na to, hindi ganun yung nare-return niya. Therefore, we introduce the last property. Okay? Which is the extra reducers. So, si extra reducer, siya yung extra reducers. So, dito natin ipapasok yung reducers natin na irregular, kumbaga, or async. Alright? So, it is siya na yung huli natin na topic. However, medyo marami pa siyang anak-anak kaya medyo natagalan tayo dito sa part na 'to. So, basically ganito lang siya, wait lang, ba't ayaw na bumalik? Ayan. So, basically what happened class, ayan, tinanggal natin, nag-comment out na tayo. So, ngayon si reducers empty object na lang siya, okay? Tapos nag-declare tayo ng extra reducers na property. So, right now, what happens is, itong sa extra reducers, meron siyang specific na function na gamit in order for us to apply this. So, yun yung binalikan natin from, oh my, I think hindi ko siya na-open. Module 6, lesson, this one. So, dapat pala nakopya ko na lang sa kabila. So, ito siya class. Itong builder, callback function, okay? So, si builder callback function, function siya na that allows us to access the builder object. All right? So, si builder object, it's a bit medyo intermediate level na siya, but the only thing that we need to know in this module is the add case function. Ayan, so I have added a comment here saying that the add case function is a function from the builder object that we are accessing as a parameter, okay? That allows us to chain the asynchronous action generators. So basically, kung dati, di ba class, dati, when we were declaring reducers, when they were still synchronous, the only thing that we did is to declare them as properties of the reducer object. Okay? So, simple lang siya. Properties lang siya. Ayan, declare mo lang. Tapos, sa loob ng object na yun, we will declare the reducer function and the prepare function if ever we want to declare yung payload, okay? Kung ano yung forma, kumbaga, ng payload. But sa case na to, kunwari, kay delete contact, we are not declaring how the payload should look like since we do not have a request body sa ating HTTP request. Kaya hindi required si prepare function. Okay? So, ganun lang siya, simple lang siya. Ano lang siya, object property lang siya. But for this extra reducers, guys, ito yung way niya. So itong add case function na to, ito lang yung way niya to create this object na nakaganto siya. So ibang method lang. Okay? Pero ganun lang din yung trabaho niya. Nag-add lang siya ng actions or action generators inside of the reducers. Okay? And then, since async, guys, if you remember way back in JavaScript, yung async natin, they are always, basically, it returns a promise. Okay? And promises always returns or always comes in 3 phases. So, we have the pending, the fulfilled, and the rejected. Okay? So, that's why, unlike doon sa ating, unlike dito na direct to the point na siya, na declare lang tayo ng reducer, declare lang kung ano yung, ito kasi yung action generator, guys. Etong my state tapos action, ayan. So, nag-declare lang siya ng ganyan. Basically dito, hindi siya ganun. So, kailangan nating i-declare or i-describe ng paisa-isa yung values ng states according to what or according to the phase of the promise. Okay, so that's why we have the pending and the fulfilled and the rejected. However, class, you don't have to overthink this because when you take a look at it, actually si pending, paulit-ulit lang yan. Kung mapapansin ninyo, they are all is loading is true lang sila. So, hindi naman siya masyadong madugo. Ayan, kasi naka-pattern lang siya. Then for the rejected, ayan, pare-parehas lang din sila. We have state that is loading false, tapos state that error, yung message na galing sa error. So this is for the fetch contacts. Then for the add contact, ayan, kung titignan nyo, same lang siya ng value. Okay? And then lastly, for the rejected, same lang din siya ng value. That's why I think some of the students from the earlier batches, they are choosing not to declare this actually. So I think it's possible that you don't declare this kasi ayun, depende lang sa inyo. Pero I think it's good practice na i-declare niyo siya. Kasi that way, malinis or organize yung code niyo. Kasi nakikita natin yung changes, kumbaga, according sa states nung tawag na 'to or sa phases ng promises. Pero some students lalo na if nagmamadali, gahol sa time, they're just declaring eto, yung mga fulfilled na, okey? But siguro I don't recommend it na ganun lang yung gawin ninyo. As much as possible, you declare all the phases of the promise, okey? Or the stages, life cycle ng promise. So ayan siya, yung nagbabago lang class is the fulfilled. So ayan, kagaya ni fetch contacts, sa fulfilled na phase or na stage, state that contacts is equals to action that payload. On the other hand, kay add contact naman, state that contacts is equal to, ayan, nag-push tayo. Okay? And then lastly dito kay add case ni delete contact fulfilled, dito naman nag-filter tayo tapos dinelete natin yung contact ID na parehas sa payload, okay? So ito lang yung nagcha-change. So basically, the same lang siya dito guys, the same lang siya dito sa reducer, ayan. Dito nag-push, tapos dito naman nag-filter. Ito puwedeng filter ito, okay? I don't know why I did that, pero sige papalitan ko dun ng filter later para hindi kayo ma-overwhelm. Pero ayun, same lang sila guys. Ito, complicated lang siya na version kasi it involves HTTP request. Okay? Sabi ni Sir Kenneth, paano kung marami ng reducers, ma'am? Times 3 pa din sa promise, wala bang shortcut dyan? Honestly, wait lang. Tingin ko mayroong shortcut dito. Iba siya na syntax. Sige, I'll try to, ano yun, sir, hindi ko siya memorize. Pero yung syntax niya, I think na ano ko siya, na tawag nito, na discuss ko sa inyo before, but I'm not sure. Pero sige sir, hanapin ko sa discussion natin na next, like sa module 8, lesson 16. Para at least alam nyo yung iba't ibang methods. Pero, ayun, eto so far, for now, yung method na naka-indicate sa LMS ninyo. So, we will follow this as of the moment, okay? So, ayan, chat mo lang ako sir, para ma-remind ako na meron akong utang sa'yo na 2 questions. So, is anybody alright with gets ba class, yung add case, yung extra reducers, pa-react naman ng weather emoji. Weather emoji if gets naman so far. Si operations, yung translations natin. Feeling ko talaga ang dami nating ginawa. Pero, hindi nyo pa nakikita kung paano yung final version or ano yung effect niya sa paggana ng application. Okay. Sige, si Sir Kenneth lang yung nag-react. Yung iba naghahanap po siguro ng weather emoji. Sige. Heart emoji na lang, class. Okay, 1 heart. How about the others? Save natin to and okay. Okay, sige, 1, 2. Alright. So let me just check out sa ibang, wait lang. Check out ako sa ibang repo so I can show you. I think I already showed you as well how the promises work when we are running them. But sige, I'll show it once more para makita nyo para maano din kayo, ma-refresh. Open NVS Code. Wait lang. Tapos, let me add another. Oops. Open in VS Code. Ayan. Ito ata siya. Tapos, let's run. Ayan, naka-run pala siya. Ayan. Error rejected. Wait lang. Console 404 not found. API contacts. Wait lang ah. Operations.js. Operations. I think nalimutan ko lang na palitan si Mock API link. That's why. Wait lang, kunin ko lang yung updated na link ni Mock API. 661, wait lang. HTTP, okay. 661F3. Dito, tapos paste natin siya. And let's see if ayan, so gumagana na siya ulit. Alright. So, same lang din class, way back before. 'Di ba? Every time we are triggering an action, remember when we are still working on the local storage, we are seeing like a fetch or not a fetch contacts, but an add contact and paano ba? Add contact then delete contact that is being dispatched here. Okay? As well as the persist, if you guys can still remember. So right now, it will be replaced with a pending state and a fulfilled state. So this is the reason why, guys, why I told you na it's much better to declare the states or the phases of the promises as an action generator. Okay? Because this way, makikita nyo or you will see a visual representation nung mga network requests that are still loading. Okay, so you will see if a specific um request is still loading and whether it's fulfilled already or if there's an error. So in that way, na-reject siya. So I think in the network tab, you can also see, say for example, this one. Kunwari, I click the delete button. So you will see this line right here from the operations.js. So when you click this one, you will see that we are sending a delete button and then we are sending the URL or we are sending the request to the URL of the mock API. So this is the URL that we have declared and the base URL of our Axios request. And then the status code is 200. So whenever we encounter 200, guys, it means the request is successful. Okay? And wait lang, we don't have a request body here. Let me try to create a contact. Let me check Redux again. I'll add another contact. Okay, so in this case, the add contact is fulfilled. So let's take a look at the network. So whenever we check contacts here, so for the post request, guys, whenever a specific item or a contact is successfully created, the status code will be 201. And then wait lang, payload, ayan. So you will see the body of the request here. All right. So these are the values that we are dynamically creating whenever, wait lang. Nasa na ba yung, okay, dynamically creating from the contact form. Ito siya, class. This one. Okay. So the ID is dynamically generated from the Nano ID package. Then the name and the number is coming from the states na nakabind sa input. Okay. So whatever is the value that we type, that is automatically the value that is assigned in the name and the number. And then it is also serving as the payload or the request body in our HTTP request. Okay? Gets ba, class? Heart naman if nagigets so far kung ano yung relationship ng HTTP requests, and then ito din some of the tools that you can use to play around, guys, with your HTTP requests. Okay, so we have the delete here, and then the post, and then the fetch, we have the get here. Okay, so if okay pa kayo, class, sige, do you guys want to take a break? Maybe 5 minutes before we continue with the dito na siguro tayo. Ayan. Pa-like naman. Ayan. Sige, ang daming like ni Sir Lloyd. Sige, guys. Let's see you by 8:28. Okay? Hello again, class. Pa-react naman ng burger if you're back. Okay, okay. One burger lang. Alright. Sige, sige, nice. And marami ng burger. So, regarding sa question ni Sir Joseph has a question, guys. If ever you will encounter the scenario wherein bundle.js lang yung nakikita nyo, you just have to unselect the filter right here, okay? So in Sir Joseph's scenario, the JS is selected. That's why only the JS file shows. However, if you unselect this one, you must or you just select the all. By the way, ayan. Select nyo na lang yung all. You will see all of the requests that we have sent, including the one that is sent to the network as well as the one that is done in the local. Since this request is just a local request. Okay, that we are requesting from the our package. So this is done kapag nag-npm start tayo. Tapos nagge-generate yung local server natin ng local na URL. Alright? So, if everybody is alright with the extra reducers as well as the builder and the add cases, we can now move on from this asynchronous chunks and proceed dito sa ating selector optimization. So the selector optimization class, I think it's a lot easier compared to the async chunk that we have discussed. Since this is just a refactor of the existing tawag nito, existing features that we have already declared. Wait lang hanapin ko lang yung code natin. And let me see what's happening. I'm not sure bakit nagkakaganito. Sige, fix ko na lang to mamaya class pag na-push ko na siya. Anyway, sige, let's proceed with the first topic. So this is coming from your LMS as well, guys. Baka yung directory, baka nga sir, kasi clinone ko lang to dun sa Epson 2. So, sige, check natin yan later, sir. Feeling ko nga directory lang din kasi for some reason hindi niya nahahanap yung selectors daw. App.jsx. Sige nga, let me look for the selectors. This one. Ayan. So, let's remove it and see. Okay, get contacts. So, let's import get contacts. Import get contacts. Tapos, get filter. Ayan. So, ayaw niya pa din. Siguro, selectors.js. Ayan, ano naman siya. Or wait lang, baka may kulang ako nito. Wait lang, check natin to. Selectors.js. Sige, sige. Never mind. Sige, i-continue muna natin yung refactor. Huwag niyo po i-auto. Okay. Labas kayo sa 2 folders. Sige, sige. Thank you, guys. This one. This one ba? Selectors. Wait lang. Two folders, ano? So, Redux. Tama ba? Ayan. Selectors. Subukan natin. Ayaw pa din niya, sir. Sir Nico and Sir Kenneth. Hindi siya gumagana. Weird. So, I'm not sure bakit ganun. Sige. Ayusin na lang natin later, mga sir. For now, ibabalik ko muna si app.jx sa kanyang original na version. Ayan. Use state delete na daw natin to kasi hindi na siya ginagamit. Filtered contacts is assigned a value but never used. Because I think this should be filtered contacts. Okay. Ayan, puro mga package na lang yung kulang. Sige, ayusin na lang natin later. And close ko muna para hindi kayo mabother. Alright? Ayan. So, let's start dito class sa ating abstraction. So, si abstraction, this is a general programming aspect. Alright? If you guys are interested in knowing more about general software engineering principles, you can try to look up abstraction. Then, we also have, I think it's polymorphism. Ayan, ito pala siya. Ayan. Inheritance, polymorphism, and encapsulation. I think madalas tong tinatanong sa mga interviews. So, si abstraction that we are dealing with in this module, module 4, module 7, lesson 14. This is para siyang similar dito sa encapsulation. But si encapsulation, sorry, this is just parang a higher level version of it. Whereas si abstraction, we can apply it in the low level. So even if our project is small pa lang siya. Okay. So ayun, pwede niyo siyang laruin. I-send ko na lang din yung link later sa Slack natin. So when we say abstraction, guys, this refers to taking the complex parts of the system and keeping it out of sight. Okay? So meaning, hindi natin ipapakita or hindi natin kailangang ipakita sa user yung mga complicated na bagay na ginagawa natin na hindi naman nila gagamitin. So, one practical example of this way. Wala akong example. Sige. Kunwari, let's take into consideration yung mga car, 'di ba? So, in order for somebody to drive a car, they don't need to learn how the car is built. Okay? They just need to know how how they can run it. All right? So, ganun. Para siyang machine in general. So, softwares para siyang virtual machines. As a developer, we have the ability to hide something complicated out of sight so that the users cannot or does not have to know. Hindi na nila malalaman kung ano yung complicated na part na ginawa natin to come up with something. All right? We are just showing them how they can interact with it so that they can make it work. So same with sa programming, kunwari class kapag kunwari advanced level na kayo na developers, there will come a time when you will need to create your own, say for example, package. 'Di ba meron tayong, ano nga yung mga package natin na ginamit so far? We have the Axios, right? Ano pa ba? React Router DOM. So kapag advanced level na kayo, it is possible that you will create those packages on your own. And then you will upload it somewhere, maybe in your organization, and then ayun, other or junior level developers will just use your package just like how we are using Axios and ayun, React Router DOM. So in that case, yung mga gumawa ng React Router DOM tsaka Axios, hindi na nila pinapakita sa atin kung gaano kahirap nila dinevelop yung Axios. So ginagamit na lang natin kasi mas madaling gamitin kapag may ganun, may extension ng tools na ganun, okay? So, sabi dito, this way, the developer does not need to know how something works in order for them to use it. So, how is it related sa phone book natin na application? So, sabi dito, ayan, si selectors natin guys, if you can still remember, it retrieves a specific portion or slice of a state in store. Okay? So, if you can still remember way back in class components sa React, di ba yung state natin, they are represented as a one whole object. Okay? And then every time we want to access a specific state, kailangan nating dumaan sa object. So, bale ano siya, state dot something something, state dot something something. Hindi siya kagaya ni useState that we can directly retrieve yung state or pwede nating i-declare ng pahiwa-hiwalay. So, si selectors or yung abstraction na tinatawag natin, it is um, related sa selectors in the sense na what we are trying to, or the reason why we are creating selectors is because we want to abstract or hide the fact that the state is a one big object and that we are just paano ba, na one big object siya na maraming laman, okay? So, yung pinapakita lang natin kay user is this getter function so that the user or the developer does not have to know na kung gaano kalaki yung state natin or kung gaano karami yung states na nasa loob ng state object. Okay? It will just retrieve kung ano yung kailangan niya. Alright? So, ayan, this is the paano ba? This is the application, guys. So, for the selectors, 'di ba, we are declaring this. And then whenever we are using them, or kunwari, in our app.jsx, we only want to use contacts, the contacts portion, or the contact slice. Alright? So, in that case, hindi na natin kailangang tawagin or uh, kunin yung value. Hindi na natin kailangang malaman na, ay, meron palang is loading or meron palang is error sa loob ng state object na yon. Kasi hindi natin alam kung ano yung kabuuan na laman. So, bale, pumipili lang tayo ng facade or ng portion na gusto nating gamitin at ipapakita. So, that is the concept of abstraction. So, this is ano siya, guys, more on best practice siya. Kasi, ayun, I think, pag pag nag-work na kayo, and you will be working in a large scale na company, this is a very much, ano ba, parang basic siya na practice na kung merong pwedeng itago, as much as possible, itatago niya siya. Kasi, for safety purposes, you don't want to expose the entirety of your data. Okay? So, kung kunwari merong mahak na data, at least isang data lang yung makikita. Hindi siya naka-abstract, lahat ng data damay-damay, makikita agad ng hacker. So, parang ganun yung thought. Alright? So, this is another diagram to show the paano ba, the concept of abstraction. So, each component only accesses the specific portion of the state that it wants to access. Okay, so it doesn't have to know everything that is inside the store. So in essence, selectors are a layer of abstraction that minimizes connection between components and the Redux store. Okay? So, in line with that, ayan, meron tayong second best practice. Okay? So, we have a naming convention daw, in general, na recommended ni Redux. So, di ba earlier, we were naming all of the states or the getter functions as get something something. However, whenever we visit this documentation ni Redux, yung best practice that it is recommending is to use the select keyword or prefix instead of the get to specify that it is a selector function. All right. So it means the first task that we need to do in order to refactor our existing code is to replace all of our getter functions with this select. All right. So, ayan, punta tayo kay selectors.js. By the way, I forgot to add class na sa context natin, we have added two states. Okay? We have added is loading and error states. That means that in our, wait lang, nawala si selector. That means that in our selector, we also need to add 2 more selector functions. So I'll copy this one and then paste. And then let's rename all the get with select. And then this will be select is loading. Wait lang. I need to get this one. Ayan, para may reference. Okay, select is loading and then this should be select error. Select error. Okay. Tapos, since, wait lang. Let's group it pala, guys. According to their slices. So, I'll move this down here since this is coming from a different state or a different slice. My bad. Ayan. And then this one, since if you guys can see, yung gusto nating mangyari dito ay, wait lang, check ko lang si contact slice. Okay. So, by the way, ito, dapat tanggalin na natin to. Kasi, again, we are retrieving the data from the mock API na. So, we don't need it anymore. We can just set empty array. Okay. And then we have is loading and then error. All right. So, initial state is initial contact state. So, since we want to put a layer of abstraction, and then we added some, paano ba? We added 2 more states in our contacts initial state sa contact slice. It means na itong contacts na to, hindi na siya, tag nito, hindi na siya iisang, it does not represent only one state. So, tatlo na yung nare-represent niya. Alright? It means that we need to add another layer of abstraction. So, magiging ano siya, guys. So, ito si contacts. Ayan. Ito kasi yung state na sinet natin dito. So, this will be state.contacts.contacts. And then, C is loading. This will be state.contacts dot is loading. Is loading. Ayan, ganyan siya. Then, ito naman state.contacts dot wait lang. State.contacts.error. And then this one, state.filter lang siya. Kasi, filter lang naman yung state niya. Ay, ito pala siya. Ayan. So, ano lang siya. Empty string siya. Hindi siya kagaya nito na object siya na may nested values sa loob. Okay? So, selector. Okay, ayan na siya. So, this will be our new selectors according to the abstraction concept and the selector naming convention. So, pa-react ako guys, if clear so far, yung abstraction and yung naming convention and kung ano yung ginawa natin. Ayan, nagpalit lang tayo from the existing select. Ayan, ito yung changes natin. Tapos nag-add ng 2 selectors. Alright. Okay, nice. So, if okay naman kayo, class, let's proceed dito. So, we have 2 types of selector na need nating i-differentiate. Okay? So, currently, we are using all of the selectors that I have introduced you guys are atomic selectors. So, pag sinabi nating atomic selectors, this means selectors that only return some part of the state without additional computations. Alright? So, it means straightforward lang siya, class. Diretso niya lang na ina-access yung specific part ng object, okay, ng state object, and then passing the slice or the portion. It's not doing anything to it, okay? So, it's not adding any additional computation. So, meron pa pala tayong another version of selector. So, it means si selector, it's powerful in the sense na hindi lang ito yung pwede nating gawin. Pwede rin tayong mag-add ng calculations to it. okay, or computations. So these types of selectors are called composite selectors. So this means selectors that return some computable values, all right? So say for example, ganito, we have total value, ayan daw. So it's accessing to it's accessing to two states, guys. Ayan, two slices of the state. And then it returns a computed version of those two dependency states. So para siyang ano guys, para siyang use effect kasi nagka-calculate siya ng something in return sa dalawang dependency array. Parang ganon. Alright? So, let's take a look at where we can apply that. Alright? So, wait lang. Punta tayo dito kay contact form. Wait lang, kay filter slice. Okay? So, if we try guys to investigate si filter slice, we can see that our initial state is always equal to an empty string. And then, our set filter is equal to action.payload. So, it means our payload is instantly or is directly returning just the clean version, kumbaga, clean version of the filter or of the string that we are retrieving from the contact form. Ayan. So meaning, wala siyang ginagawa. Diretso lang siyang tumatanggap, kumbaga, ng data. So, kung iisipin natin, class, saan yung, anong ano ba? Sige, I'm not sure if I'm asking the correct question, but can you guys think of any operation that we can do to the filter query or yung search query natin? Sige nga, anybody who has an idea? Meron ba tayong ginagawa na hindi nawala dito? Ano yung ginagawa kaya natin? So galing, 'di ba galing siya dito kay input, all right? So kapag nag-input ba tayo ng string dito, kung anong nilagay natin, yun na agad yung mare-receive ni set filter or hindi? Anybody who has an idea? Yun na. Okay. Yun na. Sige, yun na. Sure kayo? Sure ka na? Actually, correct naman na yun na. Sige. Correct, guys, na yun na, 'di ba? However, actually, meron tayong ginagawa na clean up. Alright? I think, wait lang ah. Wait lang. Existing contact. Wait lang. Nalimutan ko kung nasan yung clean up nangyayari. Filter. Andito siya sa filter. Wait lang. Wait lang. Let me just retrieve my codex, guys. Medyo nawala ako. Module lesson. Module 07, lesson 14. Leave my changes, overwrite, cancel, open. Okay, and then this is the filter slice. Filter slice. Then selectors. Select filter. Okay. Sige, mali yung question ko. Sige, my bad. Sorry. Filter. Hindi. Okay, tama nga. Tama nga. Mali lang yung pagka-construct ko. Sige. So, set filter. Wait lang. Hanapin natin si contacts.filter kasi I believe meron tayong ginagawa eh. Ayan. So, ito yung ginagawa natin. Nasa app.jsx pala. So, ayan. Before tayo, guys. Okay. Okay. So, dito pala. Kaya pala mali ako. Kaya hindi ko mahanap. Hindi pala dito. tama yung sabi ni Sir Kenneth. Hindi dito, kung anong in-input natin dito, yun na talaga yung nasa send. However, dito guys, sa search pala, search input, um, what, kung ano ba yung in-input natin dito sa search, yun na din yung mare-receive ni filter slice as the payload, or meron tayong extrang uh, computations na ginagawa. Any idea? Try search. Oops, bakit rejected ito? Not found. Mali ata. Ay wala. Sige, later na lang yan. Ayun, very good. Sige, thank you, Sir Joseph. So, wait lang. I-run ko na naman yung terminal sa kabila. Ito siya. Error rejected. 404. Wait lang. Status, wait lang guys 404. Not found. Okay. So, mali. Kailangan ko ulit palitan ang aking Mac API. Wait lang. Let me just get my operations.js and then get my Mac API link. Ayan. Nabago siya kasi nagpalit ako ng branch. Ayan. Hopefully, ayun. Sige. So, sabi ni Sir Joseph, ayan, nag-a-apply tayo class ng to lower. Okay? So, yung reason why we are applying to lowercase, it's because, 'di ba, in programming in general, we have this ASCII table. Okay? So, this ASCII table, guys, this is referring to the decimal value. Okay? Merong value kasi per character that we are typing. So, as you can see, in 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 the computer's point of view, the capital A is not equal to the lowercase a. So that's why if kunwari mag-search ako ng A na capital, only the contacts with the capital A will show up. And we don't want that behavior, 'di ba? Kasi we want it so that whatever is the case of the letter that we are typing, it will still show up whether nasa unahan ng pangalan yung A or nasa dulo. All right? That's why in our code, we are actually filtering the contacts according, or we are actually applying the lowercase operation to the name in the search filter before we actually filter the contacts. Okay? So, ayan, di ba, una natin ginagawa, nagfi-filter tayo ng contacts, but before looking for the includes value, kasi si includes, this is the one responsible for filtering, alright? Or for setting the condition kung ano lang yung i-filter. So before we are setting the condition which contacts to be filtered, we are converting the search query to a lowercase first. So this is the operation that we want to transfer in our select filter. Okay? Kasi we want to make this actually hindi siya select filter, it's the select contacts. So we want to convert the select contacts from an atomic selector to a composite selector. So I'll add a comment here. Convert the contacts selector to a composite selector. All right? So, sige, let's start. By the way, guys, I will add a new name to this para hindi siya, or so that we don't have to delete the select contacts. So, I'll make it select visible contacts na lang. And then, wait lang. So, select visible contacts. Tapos, create selector. Ayan, ganyan muna siya. And then, Sige, let's discuss si create selector. So sabi dito, ayan, sabi dito, in order for us to create a composite selector, we have to make use of this function, guys. So the name of the function is create selector. So the create selector function is used to memorize the selector. Okay? So by the way, recap na lang din. Ayan, recap. In module 4, di ba, we discussed si memoization. So si memoization, it is a process of optimizing selectors or optimizing a specific operation so that hindi natin siya paulit-ulit na kinakalculate. So this example right here is different, but I believe in your batch, the example that I gave was the get unique tags dun sa image finder natin. So, kung napansin ninyo, if naalala nyo pa, whenever we are memoizing, it does not repeatedly calculate things if na-calculate na niya before. So, parang nagki-keep or nagsistash siya ng data ng mga na-calculate na niya before so that yung ika-calculate lang niya is the new data that it is accepting. Just like nung sa get unique tags way back in module 4. Okay? So check nyo lang guys yung image finder na repo to have a refresh on that part. And I'll show it na lang din sa ating next discussion kasi baka matagalan ako maghanap. So, in this case, C create selector, it's similar to that. So what happens is that we are memoizing the calculation, and at the same time making it possible to do some calculations. Okay, so parang two-in-one siya, guys. Two-in-one in the sense na merong memoization and then merong calculation na nagaganap. All right? So this takes an array of selectors whose values are needed for the calculation. So ito yung na-mention ko earlier that it acts similar to a use effect because it has a dependency array. Okay? In this case, all of the dependent selectors are the values that we will put in this array or dependency array. And then it has this one. So medyo technical term. It has a transducer or converter function that does the calculation. All right? So again, create selector, it's a two-in-one function that does memoization and does conversion or conversion na lang. That does conversion of an atomic selector to a composite selector. Okay? So, ayan. This is the array of selectors and then this is the actual actual computation. Ayan. So, pwedeng atomic pala ito. Yung ilalagay ninyo dito, class, pwedeng it can be atomic or it can be composite din. So, pwedeng yung pagpatong-patungin or inest yung composite selectors. But, mahirap na yun. So, don't think of it just yet. Isipin nyo na lang na regular selectors lang yung pwede nating ilagay doon. So, this is an example of the application. So, we have, say for example, const selector equals create selector. So this is the function. And then we will pass two parameters to it. The first parameter is the dependency array. The second parameter is the transducer function. So this is the syntax. Ayan. I think I should just include it as a comment dito. Ayan, dito na lang siya. I'll add here, ano nga yun? Create selector syntax. Create selector syntax. Syntax. So we have here create const selector or composite siguro. Composite selector equals create selector, and then the first parameter is an array. The second parameter is the transducer function. Ayan, so ganyan siya. So, let's try to bring this down so we can create the composite selector for the visible contacts. So this will be const select visible contacts equals create selector. Then we will pass an array and the transducer or converter function. So for the visible contacts, guys, we have two anong tawag doon? Dependencies. Okay. So what dependencies class do you think is the dependency for this composite selector? Pili lang kayo dito sa apat na to. Kindly choose and send it in the chat. Anybody who has an idea what the dependent selectors are for our composite selector? Ano yung mga states? Okay, very good. Thank you, Sir Kenneth. Okay, contacts and filter. But again, this dependency array must have the selector. So it means we will pass the selector. So in this case, select contacts sila. Select contacts. Then we have select filter. Okay? Ayan. So the next thing that we have to do is populate yung ating converter function. So sabi dito, ayan, we will pass arguments din. So the arguments that we will pass in the transducer function are the states that we want to calculate. So yun na yung na-mention ni Sir Kenneth. So it means dito, this will be contacts and then this will be filter. Filter. Ayan. Tapos, dito, papasukan na natin sila ng laman. So, wait lang. Check lang natin. Dito yung ginawa natin, we did filter. So, in this case, I'll add a condition here first, guys. So, before trying to filter anything, we have to make sure that the filter string is existing. Okay? Kasi, I'll add here. Make sure that the filter string is existing first before filtering. Tapos, if the filter string does not exist, return the original contacts. Ayan. So, mag-a-add tayo dito ng condition to save ourselves from filtering before or to save ourselves from the extra hassle of filtering tapos mag-end up lang pala na same lang siya sa contacts kasi in the first place wala namang filter na query. Okay? So, yung tawag sa pattern na to, guys, this is early return pattern. This is a best practice in software development. We must check first if all dependencies are existing before doing the operation. If one dependency does not exist, immediately return a default value. Ayan, ganyan siya. Gets naman, class? Pa-react ako if gets naman yung early return pattern at kung bakit tayo nag-add ng condition to check. Tsaka kung gets yung syntax. Syntax ng composite selector, tsaka create selector. Okay, one reaction. How about yung iba? Kaya pa ba, class? On fire. On fire si Sir Nico. Okay, okay na din si Sir Christian. Sige. Let's continue, class. The next thing that we have to do. So, in this case, if merong filter, the first thing that we have to do is to, ayan, I will declare here. I'm just showing it step by step para hindi kagaya nito. Ito kasi, what we did here is chaining. Okay, I'll add here. This is chaining of operations. So, hindi natin siya pinakita ng paisa-isa. Yung ginawa natin, dinugtong-dugtong natin yung filter, yung to lowercase, tsaka si includes. So, sa case na to, sa approach sa left, I will do it step by step so that you don't get, what do you call that? Overwhelmed. All right? So, I'll add here if the filter string dependency is present, generate the lower case filter to normalize the search query. Ayan. So, normalize meaning tinatanggal natin yung mga uppercase, ganun guys. Okay? So, filter dot to lowercase. Wait lang. To lower, tama ba yung aking spelling? To lowercase. Okay? Okay, so after creating the lowercase, guys, we can now filter. Okay, filter. Filter na natin yung, tama ba? Okay. Filter na natin yung contact. Wait lang. Bakit parang may mali? Sige, sige. In this case, const visible contacts. So what we will do is we will look over the contacts. Okay, so we will filter and then we will access the contact individually and then we will return the contact dot name. Okay. So, need pa din talaga siya ng to lowercase kasi dalawa pala yung to lowercase dito. So, wait lang. Ganito na lang. Const lowercase contact equals contact dot to lowercase. Ayan. So, I'll add here convert the contact to all lower cases. Tapos, after natin siyang ma-convert, compare if the lower case contact is the same to the lower case filter. Ayan. So, this will be return contact. Wait lang. Mali siguro. Return lower case contact dot includes lower case filter. Ayan. Hindi ako sure kung tama to, pero sana tama. Sige, okay. Dito, I'll add another comment. Filter the visible contacts. And then lastly, dito, return the visible contacts after filtering. So, return visible contacts. Ayan, sige, save natin sila. And then, create selector. Wait lang Okay, import, create selector. And then, wait lang, select visible contacts. Ayan, sige. So, after declaring this, guys, the next thing that we have to do is to import them sa ating app.jsx. Ayan, ito na pala si app. So, side by side na lang natin. So, right now, we are retrieving the contacts. Okay? So, ito siya, retrieving the contacts and then manually filtering the contacts according to the lowercase filter. So yung gagawin natin, we will get rid of this. So I will delete this. I will delete this as well. And I will delete this. Kasi we want to use yung ating select visible contacts instead of the, by the way, ito select filter na din to dapat. Select filter. Tapos let's get rid of this. And then let's import select filter. Ayan. And then I'll add here const visible contacts equals use selector select select let's import it as well. Select hala bakit? Kasi hindi siya naka-export. Sige, export ko siya dito. Export, and then after ma-export, ayan, may import na siya. And this will be select visible contacts. Ayan, save. And then, wait lang class we will also add 2 more states here. Wait lang. I'll remove this. Kasi is loading pala dapat yung naka-add and an error state. Ayan. So, okay, let's import select is loading and select error. Ayan. All right. And then finally, wait lang. Okay, dispatch, handle contact, tapos handle delete contact, handle set filter. Okay, so lastly, dito sa contacts natin, imbis na contacts, visible contacts na dapat. Ayan. So wait lang. Filter is assigned but value is never used. Filter. Okay. Mali pala to. Dapat filter siya. Okay, is loading. So, C is loading. Ayan. Need ko pala mag-add dito ng bagong components below the filter, guys. Ayan. So, kapag true C is loading, hindi mag-show up si contact list. Okay? Yung loading dot 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 dapat yung mag-show up. Tapos kung true naman yung error, dapat yung error na message yung mag-show up. And ayan, nag-add tayo ng condition na mag-show up lang si contact list kapag may value or existing si visible contacts. Okay? So, okay. Sige, sige. Wait lang. Gets ba class? Kung ano yung ginawa natin so far? Pa-react naman ako kung nag-gets kung paano natin kinonvert ng paisa-isa yung dating ano dito. Yung dating naka-chain. Ayan, hanapin ko yung chain na version. Okay, isa pa lang nakita ko nag-react. How about yung iba? Eto guys, itong manual na to, manual na clean up ng filter, ng pag-filter ng contacts. Dilipat natin sa selectors. Okay, sige. 1, 2. Sige, hopefully yung iba nakakasunod pa, ano? Sige, let's have another quick break. Let's be back by 9:21 or 9:22 na lang. Okay? Debug ko lang itong mga error na to. And then papakita ko sa iyo sa inyo ano yung result. Sige. See you po. Hello class, ayan, so medyo nag-overtime na pala tayo sa ating break. Pero hindi ko pa rin siya na-debug. Pa-react nga guys kung nakabalik na ba kayo. Pa-react ako ng burger. Cry emoji na si Sir Kenneth. Ayan, nakabalik na si Sir Lloyd with all the likes. Sige, sige. Dito, since hindi ko siya ma-debug guys, hindi ko alam kung bakit nagloloko yung import. Ito nila ipapakita ko. This is the exact same version of the repo that we are playing around, or the repo that I hard-coded na pinakita ko sa inyo. So, ito yung version na maraming comments na step by step natin ginawa. Tapos, ito yung final version ng gumagana na code. Okay? So, same lang siya. Ayan, kung makikita ninyo, right here, from our, wait lang, let me open up the selectors.js side by side with the app.jsx. So as you can see, we have here, okay, for our selectors, we have four, okay, four atomic selectors, and then we have one composite selector. So this version is not as detailed as the one I showed you. So let me copy the version, the detailed version. Wait lang. I'll copy this one. Okay, ayan. And then let's move it all the way over here. Ayan. Sige, remove ko to. Okay. Ayan, ganyan siya. Or, I'll remove the version that does not. Ayan, sige, wala din palang comments regardless. Okay, so, let's see if, okay, still working pa naman. So, it means the code that I did, or the detailed version of it, was indeed correct. Okay? So again, class, what we did earlier was we declared the select visible. So we created a composite selector using the create selector function, and then using the syntax, okay, we added the two selector dependencies, which is the select contacts as well as the select filters. Then we created the converter function, which accepts two parameters, namely the contacts as well as the filter. So these are the states that are that we will be using the calculation for. All right. Then we added an early return condition to skip the filtering if the filter string is not present. So in that case, we are just returning the original version of the contacts. And then if both the filter string and the contacts is present, what we are doing is we generated the lowercase version of the filter string. So this is the first step. And then we filtered, or we looped over the contacts array. Okay, because remember, this is an array, right? This is declared in our contact slice, guys. Ayan. So, kung makikita ninyo, array yung kanyang, tawag nito, data type. All right. So after this one, since this is an array, we have applied a filter function. And then inside the callback function of the filter, we are accessing each individual contact. And then we are generating this lowercase version of the contact name. And then after that, we are returning the compared version of the lowercase contact as well as the lowercase filter. And then after all those, we are returning the visible contacts. Okay? So after we have done that, we have imported it in the app.jsx, and then we are making use of the use selector hook to select or to make use of the composite selector that we have created. Okay? And then sa app.jsx natin, class, we are logging the visible contacts in the console so that we can check if gumagana si composite selector natin. So in this case, let us check dito sa ating app.jsx. Okay? So currently, we have 11 contacts. So we are still not applying any filter as of the moment. So let me try to add a filter. Say for example, oops, contact to lowercase is not a function. Okay, so meron akong mali. Wait lang ah. Contact.name I think contact.name ito. Sige, reload natin siya. Sige, if hindi to gagana, ulitin ko na lang yung version na shortcut. Wait lang. Baka nag-fail yung build natin. Okay. Compiling pa siya. Wait lang. Let's close this one na lang. And then let's repeat the npm start. Yes. Okay. Medyo natatagalan siya mag-compile. Alright. And then let's open up the console again to make sure that this time, hindi na nagfe-fail yung, okay, very good. Thank you so much. Buti na lang. So as you can see, class, real time yung filter natin na naa-apply. So whenever I type Mati, ayan. So makikita ninyo that for the letter M, initially it applied the M filter. Ayan. So for the letter M, we are getting 3 visible contacts. Okay. And then for the MA, we are only getting 1 result na lang. So that is how we have optimized the filter, paano ba? The filter or the search filter functionality, because instead of letting the contact form, so imbes na ano siya class, imbes na yung front end yung gumagawa, kumbaga, we are transferring the computation to the selector. So that's how we can optimize the operations. Okay? So wait, magbabasa ako ng chat. So sabi ni Sir Rolly, "We'll watch the live session video recording, ma'am, to understand it." Sige, good yan, sir. Actually, feeling ko ano pa din. Hindi ko alam kung nabibilisan kayo. Pero ayun, hopefully nagagets naman siya kahit medyo kailangan nating bilisan yung pacing dahil medyo behind na tayo. And then si Sir Joseph naman, nagets naman po ma'am, kaso medyo iba naging approach ko. It's nice to see other ways of doing things. Okay. Nice to know din, sir. Pwede nyo rin, sir, na i-share yung version nyo if ever sa class para aware din yung iba nating classmates. Okay? Sa iba't ibang approaches of doing it. Alright? So, pa-react ako guys if gets so far. Yun lang yung ginawa natin, nilipat lang natin tapos ang tagal natin nag-explain ano. Sorry. Pa-react ako guys. Pa-heart naman if nagigets. Okay, sige. So before we end our class guys, I have a question kasi actually this is just nasa module 7 lesson 14 pa lang tayo. So, I think yung natin class, yung module 8, lesson 15 and 16 natin, isang lang siya, bale magkadugtong yung discussion. So, if in the module 7, what we are doing is we are storing yung data natin in the mock API. Dito sa module 15 to 16, ibang API yung gagamitin natin. So, it is an API that is created by GoIT itself. And we will add a user authentication. All right. So magmumukha siyang parang phone book talaga. So what will happen is that hindi ma-access yung phone book kapag hindi tayo nakalogin. So let me check out to another branch so that I can show you guys what the paano ba? What the final result of the module 8 homework should look like. So it's module 8, lesson 15 and 16. Okay, leave my changes and then open. Yep, I think eto na siya. Okay, compiling siya ulit. Wait lang. Ayan, sige. I think gumagana na kaya yung... Sige, let me do an npm start dito. 10 p.m. start, yes. Yan, medyo matagal lang siya ulit mag-start. So while waiting na mag-start, do you guys have any more questions? Compiled with warnings. Compiled with warnings pero hindi nag-run yung ating... okay. Sige, gets. View stash, tapos restore. Okay. So, wait lang. May gagawin lang ako, class. Okay. Homework 8. Sige, I'll replace this with homework 8. Kasi homework 8. Ayan, okay. So, ito yung itsura, class. Alright, we will create a navigation bar with 2 buttons. So, we have a register and a login button. And then, we will create this register and login forms. Okay? So, wait lang. Try ko na mag-register. And then, rad@mail.com. Rad1234, register. Ayan, save. Okay, so ayan. So, ganito yung itsura niya, class. So, name right here, we will manually add. Okay, and then we will send a network request. So, kung makikita ninyo yung network request dito, ito na. Ito na yung bagong API natin. It will be connections-api.goit.global siya. And then, ayun. Actually, kulang pa to kasi we need to have a logout button. But in this case, since this is not complete, if I reload, ayan, babalik siya sa login na page. Okay? So, ito yung gagawin natin for our next module. And the question is, guys, okay lang ba sa inyo na tomorrow? Kasi free week nyo na next week. So, wala kayong klase whole week next week. So, I want to know if gusto nyo ba tomorrow para isang bagsak or gusto nyo na may breather na day? Like, is it going to be on the Sunday or gusto nyo Monday tapos gawin nating 2 hours yung session para matapos siya in one sitting? Pa-react or pa-chat? Or kung gusto nyo mag-poll sa Slack? Anybody na may opinions or ideas? Di pa po nagagawa yung homework. Okay, so poll na lang. Sige guys, since everybody or all of your classmates are not here pa din, so I'll ask Ma'am Rhea na lang na hindi na lang tomorrow yung magiging supposedly lesson 16 natin. So I'll create a poll so that your classmates na hindi naka-attend tonight can also join. And then, according sa kung ano yung majority, we can then proceed with our module 16, which is ito. Ito yung kanyang final, tawag nito, final output. Okay? Meron siyang login tsaka register. Tapos, kailangan mag-login before ma-view yung phone book. Alright? Pa-react ako if all goods. All goods for tonight. Ready na magpahinga? Okay, okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, okay. Nice. Great to know. So if okay na kayo, class, yung mga may tanong, ayan, inaantok na si Sir Kenneth. Yung mga may tanong, guys, Slack na lang tayo ulit mag-chat. I-remind nyo ako kasi baka malimutan ko sa dami na nag-chat. Alright, so hope you have a great weekend and see you again sa upcoming week. And good luck sa mga homeworks nyo. I-accomplish nyo lang siya kasi, ayun, wala naman tayong team project ata sa React. So, makaka-focus kayo sa homeworks. Okay. Have a
Bye.
great
Good night. Happy Friday, guys.
Happy Friday, Sir Lloyd. Happy Friday, everyone. Thank you, thank you. Bye-bye po. Kindly help po. Sige, sige. Thank you, Sir Rolly. Hanapin ko, sir, kasi medyo mahirap. Medyo nahihirapan ako mag-debug. Kailangan ko siya i-check ng per file kung ano yung difference dun sa version nyo. Oo nga, sir. Nahirapan nga ako kasi feeling ko feeling ko same lang naman yung ano natin, yung provider natin. Anyway, sige sir, chat na lang tayo. Bye-bye po. Thank you, thank you.